been 2 weeks into the coronavirus. Now it's hit Kingsnympton. To be honest with you, it hadn't hit it really very hard. It's still as quiet as it used to be. Me and Anthea, we're social distancing. We're keeping the 2 metres or the 6 foot apart, for those who don't know about metres. And if anything, it's brought us closer together, you know. And in the bedroom department, Anthea lies in the bed, and 6 foot to her left is the floor. And that's where I lie. And we've been getting on quite well since then, and I got to thinking about Uncle Bert and Mary Ann and see how they were getting on, because they've both been registered in those people who need extra help because they got underlying health difficulties. So I went down to see Bert, and you know, he's doing all right, and so's Mary Ann, but their health issues are quite important. Bert's first flared up about 20 years ago, you know, when he went to the doctor. And the doctor said, "What's the matter, Bert?" He said, "Well, things aren't so well with me and Mary Ann in the bedroom department." And the doctor said, "Well, I better examine you." And he examined him, and he said, "Well, look, the trouble is, Bert, you're not as fit as you used to be." He said, "What can I do, doctor?" He said, "I want you to jog 10 miles a day for the next week, and then give me a phone call and tell me how you're getting on with Mary Ann." So at the end of the week, the phone went to the doctor's surgery. He answered, he says, "Bert speaking here." Because Bert, he's always used to shout into the phone because he thought it was cheaper that way. He said, "What can I do for you, Bert?" He said, "I've done what you said." He said, "I've jogged 10 miles a day for the last week." And he said, "How are things with you and Mary Ann?" He said, "Not so bloody good." He said, "Why is that?" He said, "I'm ringing from Bristol." Of course, then Mary Ann, she's had her trouble for a long time, so I'm not going into the cause of it. All I know is that about 5 or 6 years ago, she had a portal shunt in Bristol Infirmary. And she's never been the same since. She's never been able to sit down in a proper manner. And about 4 years ago, she was in the RD&E, in the ward there, having her problems seen to. And the Queen arrived to look around. And she went right up to Mary Ann and said, "What's the matter with you, my dear?" And Mary Ann looked at her in the face and said, "I got a boil on my bum." Oh, you could have heard a pin drop. The doctors, the nurses, the consultants were really angry with her and said, "Don't you ever use language like that again in front of anybody like that. If somebody comes and they ask you, you say, 'I got boils all over my body,' something like that." Oh, 4 weeks later, Camilla and Charles turned up. They tried to hide Mary Ann from her, but they insisted on going to see her. And they said, "And what's the matter with you, my dear?" And she said, "I got boils all over my body." And he said, "Oh, they must have spread since my mother was here." Well, that's it for the start off, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you again later on, but keep happy, keep well.